Okay, today I want to talk to you guys about a couple of different things. I want to talk to you about pain. I want to talk to you about opioids, morphine, and I want to talk to you about exercise. And you'll see how these things tie into each other. Okay, so the first thing you need to know for this explanation is that your body is always feeling pain, okay? Even sitting here in this chair right now, doing nothing, nothing's hurting me, my body is feeling pain. And so is yours. And you might think, like, I don't feel pain, I feel fine. And I'm going to explain to you why you feel fine. Okay, so right now, I'm doing a little bit of motion. You can see my tendons are moving, and my hands are moving, and this is sending signals to my brain. Not a lot of signals, but a little bit of pain signal to my brain, because movement is sort of pain to some extent. So right now my brain is sort of receiving a boop, 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 very slow pain signal. And in response to this pain signal, my body releases endorphins into my bloodstream, or into my body. That causes me to not feel pain, even though there are pain receptacles going up to my brain right now. Now, if I sort of bump that up a level, our pain is now leveled, endorphins, pain. So you don't feel anything. Let's say you do some sort of intense exercise. You're part of, you're on a swim team, you play basketball, you're a runner, okay? You're going to be doing a lot more motion, right? You're going to be jogging, you're going to be paddling, whatever, and that's going to cause your brain to receive a lot more pain signals. So suddenly this boop, boop, boop is going to go up. It's going to start going boop, 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 And, that's going to cause your body to release even more endorphins into your self, which is going to, again, level out the pain. It even make you feel good because, when that intense exercise, when that intense signals flowing to the brain succeeds, I guess, and ceases to be present again, your body is still going to be releasing those endorphins, which is going to make you feel pretty good after exercising, because now, your endorphins are here, and your pain is here. So, that's where the runner's high comes from, I guess, And now let's say you actually experience a very traumatic or painful incident. You put your hand on a stove, you fall down a hill, you cut yourself or something. Suddenly, those pain signals are going to go insane. You're going to go boop, 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 it's going to go crazy. And your body is not going to be able to keep up those endorphins. You're not going to be able to level out that pain anymore. And that's why it feels so horrible when you stab yourself or get stabbed or something like that, Because now those endorphins are not keeping up. Here's your pain, here's your endorphin level. Right. So it's like you naturally have, and endorphins, it's sort of like a natural sort of morphine that's going into your body. But if this pain is insanely high and your endorphin levels are just not cutting it, when you go to the hospital, sometimes nurses, doctors will give you different types of things to sort of help this pain, like morphine or different types of opioids, Percocet, not heroin, but, different things like that. Here we have with me a bottle of medically diagnosed Percocet. For when I got burned, you can see my name on it. And, after I was in the hospital, I was in the hospital over the summer, obviously I was feeling a little bit of pain. So they gave me those. And that's going to level out those endorphin levels. Or not quite. You actually don't want to completely level out because, you sort of have to completely rely on a patient's testimony in a hospital in order to give them opioids. So you're never going to really give them that much because you don't want those levels to exceed the amount of pain they're feeling because that's going to cause problems and possibly even accidental overdose. So, yeah. Obviously, you're going to want your patient to feel some pain, but not quite as much as it was feeling before. Anyway, I want to tell you guys about why, when I was in the hospital in pain, taking a certain amount of morphine was very beneficial to me. But if I had that same amount now without pain, it would be extremely harmful and possibly could even kill me. And this is because, those endorphin levels are leveled out, right? And now if I'm feeling much less pain, and let's say I take the same amount of opioids or morphine that I was taking before, that's going to exceed that pain level. And that's going to cause your body to sort of shut down a little bit. You're going to start feeling very tired. Your body's going to slow. Some signs of an opioid overdose, you might see people on the streets, are, very small pupils. I don't have small pupils, but almost like pinpoint pupils, like very small, aren't affected by light. If you go into the dark, the pupils are not going to change size. If you shine a flashlight, they're not going to change size. A lot of tiredness, people often pass out. And also, it can also cause a lack of oxygen flowing into the bloodstream. So sometimes you'll see people who are suffering from opioid overdoses get very purple or blue lips, or eyelids, or even, bluish hues on their fingernails. And what you can do to counteract this, if you are a person who, is in the city a lot, takes public transportation a lot, sees a lot of people on drugs, like I do, you might want to carry with you this thing called Narcan or Noxolone. And what that does is it basically puts someone who is exceeding those endorphin levels too much to the point where they are suffering from them horribly. A lot of people take drugs like fentanyl, carfentanil, heroin even. Well, actually, carfentanil is worse than heroin. But yeah, this drug that you can buy at a pharmacy, there's no limit for who can buy it. You can buy it under 18. I highly encourage people to use it. It can save lives. It puts the patient or the person suffering from this overdose into immediate withdrawal, which will basically just bump off all of those drugs off of their system and could possibly save lives. So yeah, that's my spiel.